Welcome to First Sun News. This is Argho Mitro, and in this video we are going to talk about a very important topic. Recently, Israel has made a major change in the history section of its school textbooks. From now on, they will proudly mention that the soldiers who liberated the city of Haifa in Israel from the Ottoman Empire were not British soldiers. They were Indian soldiers. You will see that many articles have been published on this topic stating that it was the Indians, not the British, who helped liberate Haifa. This will now be written in Israel's books. This news has been confirmed by the mayor of Haifa city. He said that they want to honor the contribution of Indian soldiers, because when you read in textbooks that British soldiers liberated Haifa from the Ottoman Empire, the image that comes to mind is of British-looking soldiers. But as you may already know, and if you don't, let me tell you, it was Indian soldiers who defeated the Ottoman Empire in Haifa in 1918 and liberated the city. This shared history must absolutely be celebrated. So the change that Israel has made across all its textbooks, rewriting the text in every school, is a very big step toward improving India-Israel relations. Now, you may wonder, wait, which city is this? Haifa, 1918. That's more than 100 years ago. What exactly happened there? Let me explain to you in very simple language. In human history, there have been two major wars, the largest wars we know of, World War I and World War II. Here we are talking about World War I. World War I began in 1914, and by the end of 1918, it was largely over. During this war, there was a powerful empire at the time, the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire and its European allies fought against the British Empire, the American Empire, and many other world powers. By the end of World War I, a major geopolitical event took place. The Ottoman Empire collapsed. The modern-day country of Turkey is all that remained of the Ottoman Empire's land. At its peak, the Ottoman Empire controlled vast territories, including the regions of present-day Israel and Palestine. Since the Ottoman Empire was at war with the British Empire, British India, which was under British rule at that time, was also automatically involved. So, what happened? A large number of Indian soldiers, primarily from Rajasthan, were sent to fight against the Ottoman Empire across Europe, and specifically in the city of Haifa in Israel. If I show you on the map where Haifa is, you will see that it is a coastal city in Israel. For hundreds, even thousands of years, this city has been very important because it connects Europe to South Asia. Even today, in the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC, project that is being developed, Haifa city plays a critical role. A major trade route will pass through Haifa, linking the Middle East and South Asia with Europe. And interestingly, Haifa's main port today belongs to an Indian company, Adani Ports. So, you can understand how important Haifa is. Back in 1918, as World War I was nearing its end, it was crucial for the British Empire to quickly liberate Haifa so they could use the city to bring in more troops and push the Ottomans further back. Thus, the Battle of Haifa was a historic war. Many historians even believe that if Indian soldiers had not been sent to Haifa in 1918, the Ottomans would have retained control over much of the land, and today Israel and Palestine might have remained under modern-day Turkey or some form of a semi-Ottoman empire. Basically, the Battle of Haifa is directly correlated with the eventual birth of Israel. Interestingly, though many people in India are not aware of the Battle of Haifa, the way Indian lancers from Jodhpur, Mysore and Hyderabad went to a foreign land and fought against the Ottoman soldiers is remarkable. The Ottoman soldiers had artillery and guns, while Indian soldiers were cavalrymen armed only with spears and lances, and yet they won the battle. This contribution is well documented in Israeli textbooks. If you attend the Battle of Haifa war ceremony in Israel, you will even find an old stone inscribed with Om Bhagwate Namah, left behind by Indian soldiers of that time. This shows that Indian soldiers left their mark on Israel. Israel wants its citizens to have proper clarity about this history. Because as I mentioned earlier, if textbooks only say that British soldiers were involved, readers will imagine European soldiers. No one will realize that the troops were of Indian origin. So writing this truth down is a very good step. Now Israel will mention in every book that it wasn't the British but the Indians who liberated them. This clearly shows Israel's intention to see India as a long-term partner. Only with a long-term partner do you build such relations, teaching future generations that their country's freedom came thanks to the contribution of Indian soldiers. In a way, the foundation of modern Israel was indirectly laid through India, through the Battle of Haifa. I was listening to the mayor of Haifa. He said, "I was born in Haifa, studied at college here, and I was always told that the British freed us. But eventually the Historical Society told me that it wasn't the British, it was the Indians who freed us from the Ottomans. And then I realized this truth was unknown to us and needed to be shared. So I believe that in India too, we should make a film on the Battle of Haifa."